I heard some powerful message from John MacArthur, a quick one from First Corinthians chapter 1. For Jews demand signs and Greeks seek wisdom, but we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to the Jews and foolishness to Gentiles. You know, the gospel is not understandable by Jews and Gentiles. Nobody can understand, nobody can accept it. It's a stumbling block to the Jews and foolishness, folly to the Greeks. Then who can be saved? You ask the question. Verse 24. But to those who are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God, the wisdom of God. So who can be called? Who can be saved? The called. Those who are called. If you're not called, you cannot be saved. Bottom line is, it is everything. So it's God's calling. If you are saved because God called you. So why is God calling? Why is only those people who are called are saved? Then who can be called? The next question. Those who are called are in verse 27, 1 Corinthians 1 again. Verse 27, but God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God choose it. You can only be called when God chooses you. After God chose you, so that's nothing. Everything's from God. Only those God have chosen can be saved. Verse 27 again, God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose again. God chose, and verse 28 again, God chose what is low and despised in the world, even things that are not. Just a quick look on this one. God chose. Everything is God chose. 3 times the word choose. God chose what is foolish. God chose what is weak. God chose what is low and despised in the world. Why does he do that? Verse 29, so that no human being might boast in the presence of God. God is so tired of man boasting. That's what Tower of Babel came down. God, the biggest stumbling block of humanity coming to God is because man tried to brag, man tried to boast, man tried to do their own things, man tried to be their own master, their own God, so that no human being might boast in the presence of God. Okay, so this is why it is so. Now, First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. The natural man does not accept the things of the spirit of the world, for they are foolishness to him, and he's not able to understand them because they are spiritually discerned. So you see that? That's not the natural man. Natural man means not the spiritual man. Men who have not heard the gospel, who have not been regenerated. There's no way for them to really understand the things of the Spirit of God. The Bible, the Bible gospel message is a spiritual message, So natural man, without the Holy Spirit regenerate, which God's called and God chosen, you just don't understand it. You may understand in the head, but your heart never accepts it. You cannot understand. You cannot. That's what the Bible, he's not able. Okay, this is not able to understand. There's no way to get it. In fact, NIV, let's say NIV says, the person without the Spirit, that's it. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but consider them foolishness and cannot understand them, because they're only discerned through the Spirit. That's why. And then verse 20, why is that so? With all these things, so that Christ may be glorified. So that is all of God, nothing of man, as far as your salvation is concerned and my salvation is concerned.